Okay, so I have been listening to a couple audiobooks. There's a story about that four guys wrote about this man, and I've gotten through two, two of the books, and I just started listening to a third book. So I'm gonna tell you the book. The first book I got through was the Gospel according to Luke. The second book I got through was the Gospel according to Mark. And I'm midway through the Gospel according to John. And something clicked in my head. After getting midway through John, I had to stop and kind of record thought. And what came to me was that the Pharisees were very concerned about what was right and what was wrong. They're very concerned about moral codes. But they did not really think about what was effective versus ineffective. And Jesus got into a lot of I guess debates, problems, scuffles, arguments with these people, the Pharisees, teachers of the law, religious leaders, because Jesus was more about what was effective and what worked. Whereas the Pharisees were more concerned about right and wrong, even if it was not effective. So the part in Gospel according to John, I just kind of, it clicked to me, was where the man was at the pool of Bethesda and Jesus told him to pick up his mat and walk away. The guy, I guess, was lame and asked Jesus to heal him, and Jesus said, pick up your mat and walk. And then the Pharisees saw this guy, it's like, it's the Sabbath, what are you doing? You're not supposed to be picking up your mat and walking. And I was like, oh my God, this is just so ridiculous. Like, why can't he pick up his mat and walk? Like, they're basically saying on the Sabbath, you're not supposed to do anything. You're not supposed to do anything? Like, so I think that defeats the whole purpose of the Sabbath. The Sabbath, I thought, was a day of respite, a day of rest. And, like, they take things a little too literal, is what I'm seeing by reading these books. So, like, Pharisees was taking things a little bit too literal, and they were being really rigid. I kind of took it as the point was like to rest, spend time with your family, and you know, they made the day of rest, the Sabbath, like not even fun. It's like you can't pick up your mat from outside and bring it inside. So basically, I guess what they're saying is you gotta prepare everything the day before the Sabbath so that you don't do anything on the Sabbath. And I'm like, well, what if, like, okay, so as a Christian, I guess you'll say my Sabbath is Sunday, today is Saturday. Well, I'm relaxing right now. I'm sitting in the park, I'm doing nothing. I still have laundry to do. I still have, I need to clean out my microwave. And I came over here to this food festival. This sun done hit me, and it just zapped me. It just zapped the life of me. I had to sit down and get my bearings because I'm like, if I keep walking around this sun, I'm going to pass out. I had to sit down. I had to get some water, and I may not make it in time to get that laundry done. According to the Pharisees, if I don't get my laundry done by tonight, I shouldn't touch it tomorrow. I literally have nothing to do tomorrow. Why can't I do my laundry tomorrow? Why can't I do the effective thing and get it done? Because I got a lot to do on Monday. So that's the thing. Monday through Friday, I'm working. Right? Saturday I might want to go to an event. So according to like the teachers of the law, I can't enjoy the event that's not going to take place on Sunday, but that's going to take place on Saturday. I had to choose between doing my laundry or going to Love Park, going to Dilworth Park in Philly, and just enjoying the festival, enjoying the vendors. I should be at home doing my laundry, cleaning my house, instead of waiting until tomorrow to do it when I have absolutely nothing to do. I think the second thing is that Pharisees were taking things very literal. And Jesus spoke in a lot of figurative language. And actually, not only the Pharisees, but people in general were taking a lot of things literal. And Jesus was being very figurative in his language. So there was a point in John where Nicodemus came to see him at night, and Jesus said to him, this is John the 3rd chapter. Jesus said to him, you have to be born again. And Nicodemus took it very literal and said, oh, can I go back to my mother's womb and be born again? And Jesus was being very figurative. He's like, you got to be born of the Spirit, not going back into your mother's womb. And I wonder and I query, is that like kind of like Jesus' way of saying, don't take everything in the Bible literal, like look at it as more figurative language? I'm not sure. Somebody who's like actually studied in Bible college or seminary may know better than me, but I've been like really been trying to be a little intentional about reading the story about Jesus. So I'm halfway through John. The next book I'm going to do, last one's going to be Matthew. I'm not really kind of looking forward to that because I just don't like the way Matthew starts with all that genealogy. And maybe I might skip the first chapter. I don't know. So that's all I got to say.